Hello, welcome back to RC Projects. Now I want to mention three things before we get started with this video. Number one, I'm trying a new camera position. It's a bit more, it's lower down rather than sort of a more on top view. So if you like this camera position or you think it's better than the other one, let me know. I'm currently experimenting with different places to put the camera, so your feedback would be really nice. Secondly, I'd like to say a big thank you to a commenter who posted a comment and a video link a while ago informing me about this. It may have been unintentional, I don't know, but his name is Hikers012 and I just want to say a big thank you. Thanks for commenting and thank you for posting the link. And lastly, this is the first non-RC build on the channel and I'm going to tell you about that in a little bit, but first I'm going to let you know what it is. So today's video is going to be a bit of a 3-in-1. I'm going to unbox it very quickly just to show you what comes in the little kit. I'm going to build it and then I'm also going to do a test run because it only runs on 2 AA batteries, which is really cool. So yeah, this is a Tamiya Lunchbox Junior. It's a 1/32 scale mini 4-wheel drive and it's really cool. So I bought it simply because it looked cool on the shelf. It's a little lunchbox, but you can't really say no. It was only £18 plus £3 shipping from China. I couldn't find a seller in the UK, so I assume they don't sell them here. But yeah, super cool kit. Had no idea they existed. We'll start off with that's the main chassis. This is tiny sort of stuff we're working with here. Smallest RC I've ever worked on. Well, it's not actually an RC, but you know what I mean. It's got a little chassis. Got the wheels just there. I'll be showing you some scale stuff when I'm building it. I've got my other lunchbox here, so I can give you some sort of sense of scale. So that's the body. Really little, really detailed as well, just like the other one. The only bit of a shame here is that the bumper there, front bumper, is not chrome. It's just yellow plastic. So, but for the price, you can't really argue. They're the wheels. Got an interesting cog on here, which you'll see in the build anyway. So we've got that's the screw bag, the metal parts bag, and there's no screws at all in there. So nothing to worry about there. It's got a bit of grease and some gears and a tiny motor just there. Tiny motor. And that's the plastic parts tree, the only one. So you can see how little and how small this build is and how little there is to go on it. Stickers, tiny little stickers, and obviously the instruction book. It's a simple build anyway. It all snaps together, no screws or anything, no gluing, so yeah. And it's only 2 sides, it's not like a giant Tamiya booklet you usually get, so I'm going to give it a go and see what happens. So I've shifted the camera up top just so you can see a bit closer because we're working with very small stuff here. Yeah, first step is to seat the pinion. Now just to give you some sense of scale, this is a standard Tamiya 1/10 scale motor that you get in any kit, and this is the size of motor that we're working with. Tiny stuff here, and that's the pinion gear. What you want to do is you're using this little, it's like a little plastic thing here that we're using just to seat the pinion. So I assume we just place that in there and then push it onto the shaft that comes out of the motor and then just really shove it in. There we go. That's it. So that's the first step done. Very easy. And the next step is just to push this into the chassis with the contacts facing up. It goes in like that and you just push it down. Nice snapping noise, and that's it. Sorted. Very easy. So the next step is to put in the gears. Now this is a bit different to your standard RC because it's not an RC. This motor here runs gears at the side that we're going to be putting in here, and then they run the wheels directly. Hence why there's a cog piece on the wheel, and as soon as you turn it on, it moves. So there's no sort of radio control stuff, there's no control or anything, you just switch it on and it goes straight forward, there's no steering or anything. Have the little pins just there. Nice lot in there. And we have a little blue thing of grease, which is really nice. We put a bit of grease on these shafts. A bit on there. A bit on there. The grey gears go on the inside. Just there. And the orange gears go on the outside. Like that. I'm just going to daub some grease at these points here, and then once you rotate that around it'll all spread out. But very easy, very simple. Next step is to put this big side piece on here. So it's kind of weird, but it actually has these divots in for the wheels, so that sits on the outside and that just pushes in and clicks down. There we go. Yep, it's got little catches just there, and on that side and the bottom and the top. So that's all clicked into place quite nicely. So that's the side piece on. So like I said, all clicks together, really easy. So wheels and tyres next. Standard Lunchbox tread. So you got like the arrow shape. And quite nice feeling tyres, really rubbery, really sticky. And we've obviously got the wheel there with the cog on the inside. So the thing to remember is we've got two cogged wheels are going on one side, and then you've just got the plain wheels going on the other with no cog on there. So here's the chassis. We've got one wheel going there. We've got one wheel going at the back, so you need to make sure the tread pattern's going in the right direction, otherwise you'll have mismatched tread all over the place. Very easy to put a tyre on. Get it over the first bead, then push it back, and just stretch the tyre on over the front, and it will sit like that, but obviously it's not at the back, so you just need to stretch the tyre out and just pull it outwards, and it will seat itself like that, sorted. So very easy, very quick. But again, just to give you some sort of just a look at how small this is. That's the Tamiya Lunchbox Junior wheel, and that's a standard Tamiya Lunchbox wheel and tyre. So look at the difference. You could nearly fit that inside there. So that just gives you some idea of how tiny this Lunchbox is. So now I've got those done, we need to thread the axles through the chassis and attach the wheels. So what I suggest you do is slide the axle through first, like that. You do need to put some grease on there, but we'll do that in a minute. So then we have these little brass collars. So they slide in into the little recesses in the plastic. So I'm going to do one axle and then I'll do the other axle off camera. So they do that, then the wheels go on. And then you've got these little end caps which actually press on, and that holds the wheel on. So that's one side of the axle done, so do the other side. So again, put the collar on. And then the wheel goes on. Ooh. And then you've got the little cap, and that presses on the axle on the other side. And it does say in the instructions just to get both sides of the wheel like that with the studs and push them in until you can't anymore. There we go. There you go. Not much movement in there, but it's only a little toy anyway. So yeah, that's one axle done. So I'm just going to put a little bit of grease in there and there. Oh, we do have a little plastic front piece as well, and that just simply clicks on like that. So it actually looks like a little axle. So yeah, really cool and fairly simple as well. So now we're putting in the battery tray. So this is the switch where you power it on and it just goes straight forward. So again, not a radio control car, but it's still cool nonetheless. So this simply slides in the front there, and then you push it forward into place. Like that, very simple. And these are the little gold contacts which attach to the points on the motor. So you've got little contacts there, you've got obviously positive and negative. And these simply have got little slots. There's little slots in the bottom here. So there's one just there and one just there. And they just simply slide in like that. So there's a big one and a little one. Again, they just simply slot in like that, and that's how the power feeds to the motor. But then this simply clicks onto the chassis, which should do. Yeah, that's it. And then that's clicked into place. Okay, so I did skip a step there. You do need to bend these gold tabs just on here. You need to bend those outwards. So you might be able to do it with just your fingers, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, you can do it with your fingers. They're really thin. You just bend those outwards like that. So I just held that side down whilst I bent that side, just so you can get a really tight right angle there. And then you put it on. And that's it, there you go, clicked into place. Now that's looking better. Yes, we've got contacts on those. The reason for bending those points is so it actually contacts the positive and negative on the motor. You can't see any of this because it's very small again. But yeah, so I'm not going to put the batteries in yet. I'm just going to get on the rest of the stuff. So, but yeah, it's starting to come together. and it's quite cute, quite cool. So again, give you some sort of idea of scale. So that's the whole chassis, and that's one Lunchbox wheel. So you see they're about the same size, which is craziness. So we're on to sorting out the body now. So here's the body. I'll take the windscreen out. That's the body. And I did look at this front part here, and you can see it's sort of uneven. And I thought that was just a moulding error, but it is actually the window wipers. So don't go and cut those off. But yeah, so we're going to put the windscreen in, and you've got these little washers which come with the little wheel nuts in there, the wheel holders. Don't bin it. It's got these little things. I nearly did. It's got these little sort of push washers. And they simply push on to some little posts there to hold the windscreen in. Now these things are quite small, so I'd use something quite round just to push on them, so you got a bit more force. So I've got a little shock piston there. I'm just using that to push all these washers down. So that's that one down. It just makes it easier and saves your fingers a little bit. Yeah. So that's the windscreen in. So now it's time for all the other body bits. It's looking good. It looks really good. Look at that. So cool. And so little. So I'm going to put the stickers on. Just a couple of things to add. This sort of chassis platform, not the body, but the chassis platform, has other bodies with it. So these were extra pieces that don't actually go with the Lunchbox. We've got like a bumper roll cage sort of thing here. And I assume that's for the... It's like a pickup truck style thing. I'm not sure what the name of it is. But yeah, I've got a couple of extra pieces here. And there's a spotlight setup as well. I've already got spotlights at the top, so you don't need to worry about those. They're just extra pieces. You can go in the spares box, and you also get these little wheel attachments here, and these clip into the wheels like that. Now I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're for a little track, like a little Hot Wheels style track, where Tamiya 4-wheel drive things race around, and I'm pretty sure that's what they're for. So you don't obviously have to use them. They're completely fine without using them. They're very difficult to get off though. I'll do that in a minute. But yeah, so that's what they're for. They're just so it can go on a track. These items here, this little light thing here, and we've got the front lights there, we've got the bumpers and the lights at the back. They're to be painted, but what I'm just going to do for now is just going to stick some stickers on, and then we're going to give it a test run and see if it works. But yeah, it looks really good. Loving the look of it. Even just to set on a shelf, it looks really good. All stickered up, time to put some batteries in, so looks really nice. Obviously it would look better with the painted bumpers and stuff, I might do that later on. But for now, looks really good. Now to get the body off, it's held in with these little black clips at the side. So you pull both sides off and the body just lifts off, really easy. And the batteries, it takes 2 AA's. So put one that side, one that side, like that. And then there is a little clip that holds them down. That goes just there. Again, just clips on. Just keeps the batteries secure in there. I'm going to put the body back on. So we're going to turn it on, see what happens. So the switch is at the front, it's underneath there. And remember, this is not an RC. You turn it on and it goes. That's it. It goes forward. There's no steering or anything. So it will just go forward. So let's turn it on, see if it works. Yeah. It's a bit of a handful. It's quite fast as well, but it works. Excellent. Try and find some open space to run this because it's going way too fast to run in here. Unboxed, built and test run in one video. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Love this little thing, it's so cool, really pleased, really happy with it. Again, ideal for a beginner who's looking to get into RC. I can't recommend it enough. It's a really simple build. I mean, if I wasn't filming, it'd probably take me about half an hour. If that, you don't really need any tools to build it. Even just getting the plastic parts off the parts tree, you could just snap them off. I obviously quite like to do my builds well and make them look nice, so I cut off the little tags. But you don't even need to do that, to be honest. You could just snap them off and put it together. You don't need any tools at all, which is great for a beginner. You know, just to get into the swing of building an RC. I couldn't recommend it enough. It's really, really cool. Supervision because of small parts, but yeah, if you're looking to get your kid into RC, into building kits, this is the ideal way to start off. And it's cheap. I mean, £18, it's less than a model this size. And it would look great on a shelf anyway. So yeah, that's it for this video. Just to give you the last sort of comparison to scale, I'll get the Lunchbox up here and I can show you the size compared. Put that side, put that side. There we go. So you can see, if I put it up to the front wheel, it's not even as tall as this front wheel and tyre. So it's really, really little, really little. Obviously, it's cool as it is. We look great on a shelf, which I'm probably going to use it for anyway, just like a shelf queen. But there is potential for it. That's why I got it, really. I've seen a quick video of, just take the body off, customising it to make it have steering. Cut the front chassis in half, take out the gears and just have it rear wheel drive and have some sort of steering at the front, which would be quite cool. Again, you could have adjustable throttle, have it actually controlled by a transmitter. So taking this battery tray out will give a load of room for a little ESC, little servo, little receiver, and you could use it normally as a proper RC, which would be cool. And then there's the other option of just using the body and the wheels, or just the body and the tyres, and having a little chassis underneath here. So I've already found one that might fit. I just need to double check wheelbase and stuff. But yeah, so you could fit a little chassis under here and have it as a little crawler, let's say, or a little drift car, something like that. So there's loads of potential with this kit. No, not just to have it run forward and that's it. There's loads of potential for customising it, modifying it, and making it your own. So that's the plan for it. I'm just going to run it as it is for now, make some stupid little videos of it maybe. There is potential for this kit, so this is not the last time you're going to see it. There'll be some running videos, and then there'll be maybe a modification build, or a couple of them. I might actually try cutting the chassis in half and making a little Lunchbox with just rear wheel drive and front steering, and then I might try a new chassis to put the body on. I don't know, it's just something fun to have around, something to get the brain juices flowing. But I am super happy with it. Really, really cool. Definitely worth the purchase. So I hope you found this video useful. I'll leave in the link in the description box as to where you can get these from. I got mine from eBay. They might not be available, but they are at the time of this filming. If you just search into Google Tamiya Lunchbox Junior, mini 4-wheel drive, 1/32 scale, something like that, you'll find them. But other than that, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to check out the Facebook and Twitter pages, links are down below in the description box. And I shall see you next time on RC Projects. Bye.